Tropical storm Idalia has now strengthened into a hurricane and will bring life-threatening and potential catastrophic storm surges, winds, and flooding to Florida's Gulf Coast. The effects of this hurricane should begin today into Wednesday. Concerns are now mounting around Idalia's expected strength as it goes through rapid intensification, something it is forecast to do up until it makes landfall along Florida's Big Bend that stretches from Tampa to just south of Tallahassee. Up to 11 feet of storm surges is forecast there. At 5 a.m. this morning, it was packing 75 miles per hour wind, moving at 14 miles per hour, and was located about 370 miles from Tampa. Meanwhile, criminologist Dr. Jason Mackey says security company Beryllium needs to make changes to its operation in the wake of Friday's robbery in the vicinity of a bank in Mandeville in Manchester. Dr. McKay recommended that Beryllium use two vehicles for transactions at financial institutions. He explained that one of the units could arrive first to provide security while the other unit transport the cash. He said a two-vehicle system would ensure there are adequate security guards to challenge armed criminals. But he said financial institutions and ultimately their customers may have to bear the additional costs and possible inconvenience. In the meantime, President of Jamaica's Association for Private Security, Teddy Lee Gray, has renewed his call for security companies to be given a license allowing courier guards to carry automatic assault rifles. Mr. Gray noted that the law allows guards to carry pistols and hunting-type rifles, but not automatic assault rifles. He argued that criminals would have to think twice before attacking security guards if the guards are able to carry high-powered rifles. Security company Beryllium Limited, meantime, has denied reports that inside agents or any of its former employees were involved in Friday's robbery at Scotiabank. Shortly after the attack on the company's guards who have been moving money from the bank, there was speculation that the incident involved people connected to the security company. Beryllium then said it continues to work with the Jamaica Constabulary Force in their investigations into the shooting and robbery. Meanwhile, another armed robbery took place, this time in St. Mary. The St. Mary police have launched a manhunt for a group of armed men who staged a robbery at a supermarket in the parish on Sunday. Reports are that about 4 p.m., 5 men armed with handguns entered the supermarket located at 3 miles in retreat. The men held the owner, a Chinese national, at gunpoint and stole more than $230,000. The robbers then escaped in a white Toyota Axio motorcar, a vehicle which is similar to the one used in Friday's robbery. Opposition spokesman on national security Peter Bunting is again criticizing Andrew Holness' administration for what he says is gross mismanagement of the country's crime problem. Mr. Bunting said that the government is bankrupt of ideas to remedy Jamaica's crime situation. He was making reference to the incident in Manchester on Friday, in which men armed with high-powered weapons stole 2 bags loaded with an undetermined sum of money after an exchange of gunfire that left 5 people nursing gunshot wounds. The Shadow Security Minister said unsolved criminal cases also continue to plague the justice system. He said that more than 900 persons have been murdered since January of this year. Caribbean Regional Climate Center said that the region can expect above normal temperatures going into January of next year. In its most recent outlook forecast, the center predicts that temperatures for the next 6 months should remain well above average, amplifying heat stress throughout September and subsequent months. Frequent heat waves and increased humidity are expected to rival some of the warmest heat season on record for the next 6 months. People, let me tell you, I spent 5 days in Jamaica last week and I have never felt heat like that in my entire life. The temperatures all of last week felt more like 105 degrees every day, and even with 3 fans running pointing at you from 3 different directions, the temperature does not change, as all that is happening is that it's blowing the same hot air from each direction. Even with the fan running with hardly any clothes on, you have to have a towel close by to be wiping water off you. Detectives attached to the St. Catherine North Police Division are seeking the public assistance in locating 18-year-old Antoine Gray, otherwise called Bad Fowl and Bright, who they believe can assist them with an ongoing investigation. The cops said they want to question Gray about an incident last Thursday in which his ex-girlfriend was set on fire at her home at Dover District in Redwood. She was with another man sleeping when both were doused with liquid and set on fire by her ex-boyfriend. 32-year-old Roland Scully, a security guard of Conobar Lawrence Tavern in St. Andrew, was arrested and charged with possession of a prohibited weapon following an incident in his community on Friday, August 25th. Reports from the St. Andrew police are that about 9 a.m., a targeted raid was conducted at the home of Scully, during which 1.38 revolver was found in a brown bag that he was wearing in his bedroom. He was taken into custody and subsequently charged. And you can see that somebody bust on him. How did the police know he had a gun in the house? Two police constables who have been charged with illegally soliciting $3,000 from a motorist in exchange for him to avoid being prosecuted were on Friday ordered to surrender their travel documents as part of their bail conditions. Constable Romaine Booth, 32, and 34-year-old Marlon Hamilton, who were both assigned to the St. Catharines South Police Division, were each offered bail in the sum of $650,000 when they appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court. Allegations are that on August 13 of this year, the law officers were conducting traffic duties along Mandela Highway in St. Catherine when they saw the now complainant towing another motor vehicle with his own unit. The officers allegedly solicited the money from the driver, who later reported the matter to the Police Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau. A probe was launched, which resulted in the arrest of the police constables. Meanwhile, two brothers were shot and killed by unknown assailants inside their house in Garden Pen in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Saturday. The deceased are 23-year-old Ray Robinson alias Rio and 32-year-old Devon Mackenzie alias Chucky, both of Bell Heights District in Garden Pen. Reports are that about 3:30 a.m., relatives of the now deceased men heard loud explosions and went to investigate. They found the bullet-riddled bodies of the siblings lying on separate beds inside their one-room dwelling. The police were alerted and the brothers were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. On to sports, Jamaica's athletes finished fourth overall on the medal table at the just concluded 19th edition of the World Athletics Championship in Budapest in Hungary. Only the United States of America with 29 medals finished with more medals than Jamaica, who had 12. In the end, the USA topped the table with 12 gold, 8 silver, and 9 bronze medals. Canada finished second with 4 gold medals and 2 silver, while Spain finished with 4 gold medals and 1 silver. Both Canada and Spain won just 1 gold medal more than Jamaica, who finished with 3 gold, 5 silver, and 4 bronze medals at this championship. By the way, the money earned by athletes at the World Championship was very lucrative. For a gold, it was $70,000 US, that is. For a silver medal or second place, the prize is $35,000. For a bronze, which is third place, you get $22,000. For fourth, $16,000. Fifth place, $11,000. Sixth place, $7,000. Seventh place, $6,000, and if you ended up in 8th position, you get $5,000. So it wasn't all that bad for most of the Jamaican athletes who a lot of them ended up 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Anyway, if you ever miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, then type in Jamaican Undiluted. Listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.